Alright everybody, I'm back up in the tree off campus. I'm at Fred and Thomas Park. Video proof. We don't have a soccer field or a road going through us, so I am off campus. Cannot be rightfully punished or ridiculed for climbing a tree. Mwah. Happy Earth Day, by the way, everybody. Set you down here somewhere so it doesn't fall, so I don't fall. Safety first, of course. There we go. Boom. Fix my hair. Adjust my jacket. Looking fresh to death. So fresh, you gotta give me a coffin. But now, happy Earth Day. It's the topic of today's video. And no place to film it better than a tree. Because, you know, Earth and all that fun stuff that we're killing. Yes, I'm a tree hugger. Hug trees. I love to do it. They're good things. They give us oxygen. They keep the soil tight so it doesn't all erode away. Their roots keep it in place. They do a lot. They provide homes for thousands of insects, a couple hundred birds, depending on the size of the tree, obviously. Yeah, the biggest one though, they give us oxygen, the very thing we need to breathe, to survive, to sustain our human life. And we're chopping them down at an exorbitant rate, an exponentially increasing rate, rather. And, you know, we're littering and we're polluting the earth and we're killing it. Someone walking by. I don't think they spotted me. But yeah, no, we're murdering the earth day by day, hour by hour, second by second. And, you know, some people say, well, no, the little things don't matter. You toss like a cigarette butt out the side of your window, or you just stomp it in the ground, or, you know, you don't recycle when you should, or you put all your garbage in the same spot when it should be separated. I do my best. Granted, I can't go, you know, live out in the middle of nowhere and just not have any pollution and give everything back to nature just because I mean, I obviously could, but one, I don't have the survival skills to do so. People would worry about me, and my parents and grandparents have paid too damn much for me to drop out of college. And that's just the society we live in. But I'll do my damnedest to help out, you know, my buds, trees that I hug and climb on, because, you know, it's important. It just is. And Johnson & Wales University, we are in our arboreum. I want to say, pronouncing that correctly. And yet, in the Coors Family Commons, where you see some of those taller pine trees, there are dead Christmas lights sitting in them. And I don't know much about trees or, you know, their health or anything like that, but I can't imagine dead electrical wiring and light bulbs are very healthy for a tree's overall health. Doesn't make any damn sense, and it's frustrating. Pesticides are another thing that pissed me off, more so than I ever realized, because the natural process of things will keep your crop safe. There are spiders and bugs and everything else that kill the things that eat your fucking crops, and eventually you'll get back to the same level of production that you have now. But the thing with pesticides is, and I learned this in the book Prodigal Summer, it is fictional, but it is a fiction, but it has, you know, scientific fact in it. It's when pesticides are used, they kill all the bugs, but there's less predators than there are prey in the bug world. So when you kill off everything, the prey is able to reproduce faster than the predators. It's the same thing with wolves, lions, and tigers and bears will mine. If you don't have that balance, the ecosystem is out of flux, and then the prey becomes too rampant. Your crops will eventually all die because those bugs are becoming resistant to those pesticides. They're adapting, and you're not allowing the predators to adapt enough, which is annoying and frustrating. But now, it's just my perspective. I'm going to take a seat in one of these branches, still being careful, obviously. But no, it's just annoying. It's annoying and frustrating. I'm trying to look at the camera and not the screen. It's confusing. I'm sorry. Where was I? Yes, pesticides. And it's the same thing with lions, tigers, and bears, oh my, blah, 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 blah. And wolves and coyotes and all the other predators out there. And sharks. Sharks are a predator, people, and we're killing them. 100 million a year, on average. And it's disgusting what they do to sharks. They cut off their fins while they're alive. They catch them, they cut off their fins, and then toss back their dead carcasses while they're still alive. So they basically suffocate because they need to swim to pass oxygen through their gills, and their fins are the way they're allowed to swim. And when you cut those off while they're still alive, the amount of pain they probably feel, or the trauma that they go through, and then that they can't breathe, is exorbitant. I don't know why I've said that twice. I'm trying to sound smart. But just imagine you had your arms and legs cut off, like at the hip and at the shoulder, and you were tossed into the ocean. That'd be pretty terrifying, I imagine. Which is just awful. Awful, awful what we're doing to the planet, what we're doing to nature, and that needs to change. Now, with the current administration that we have as in the United States, that's not going to happen because the head of the E.P.A. doesn't believe in climate change or global warming. And he spent $40,000 on a soundproof room to take classified phone calls. What classified information you getting, Scott Pruitt? I want to know. Dirty as a fucking doorknob. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like a nice analogy because doorknobs are probably pretty dirty. Dirty as dirt. It's ridiculous. I just... Ugh. Scare anybody. Scared plenty of people at Johnson & Wales while I was up in a tree there. Anyways, well, that's my Earth Day video talking about, you know, how shitty the world's going to be in the next 20 years. 20 years, there's going to be so many species extinct and so many, not just of animals, but of plants as well, extinct in like the next 20 to 30 years. It's going to be disgusting. Now, by that time, I'll just be getting to the age where I can run for presidential office for the United States, which I think would be fucking hilarious. But we'll see what happens. It's your boy Big Rich in a tree. Pieces.